Alright, the time I'm going to talk about is the time when I was actually unemployed. I had just been laid off right after my son was born. That was not very fun. It lasted for about 3 months, and one day in April I saw an ad that was for a company that sold mattresses. They were interested in finding someone that would help them for one day moving in their inventory. This inventory was everything. So it was box springs, mattresses, the frames. So I applied and they agreed to let me show up, and for 5 or 6 hours I did nothing but unload this semi full of mattresses, box springs, and frames. Now they expected us to all handle this by ourselves, meaning we did not team up to move the mattresses and box springs. So queen and king size mattresses, box springs, I was moving one of them at a time by myself while other people were doing the same thing. That was extremely hard work, especially for me at my age, but I was still able to do it. I was that committed to getting that done just to get a paycheck, even though it was only for one day. Now the big blessing part of that is that I was able to use that after a couple of days when I received a phone call from a company that I had applied to, and the man that was talking to me over the phone was asking me about some kind of the experience I had in physical labor, because this job involved physical labor. So I was able to tell him that I was able to spend 5 or 6 hours moving mattresses and box springs all by myself. So I was in pretty good shape to do the labor that this job was expecting of me. And in the end, he offered me this job. It was only a seasonal job as well. It was going to last 5 or 6 months. But it was a time period where I really needed a job at that time. So I accepted it, and I was able to work at this company for 5 or 6 months while they were in their busy period. And I was furloughed, but this time I was able to gain unemployment, whereas the job I had been fired from did not give me unemployment. This was such a great blessing to be able to be employed at that time, and also to get unemployment when that company let me go, which helped me survive until I found a more full-time job, at which I am working at now. And I am so glad that I was able to work hard, and I was able to get that one seasonal job from the hard work that I had put forth moving those mattresses. That is one of the best work experiences that I have in my life.